So we have the Philips M3001A module, also known as the MMS or multi-measurement server. These are always going to come with 3 options at a minimum. So you're going to have your ECG, SpO2, and NIBP. The one I'm holding here also comes with temperature and pressure. These are going to be used with the Philips MP series and MX series and IntelliVue. So the way that they're going to work is that you'll have your patient cables basically connected to each one of these ports, then connected to the patient, and then this is going to slide right back into the monitor itself and give you those abilities to have those parameters or measurements on that monitor. You can also plug these into what's known as a module rack, typically going to be used on an M8048 FMS or flexible module server rack. And then that rack can be plugged into the monitor for viewing those different measurements right on the screen. In this case, we have the basic standard of care measurements, EKG, SpO2, and NIBP. This module here is your A01 version, which means that the SpO2 is going to be the Philips version of SpO2. They call it FAST, which is Fourier artifact suppression technology, but that's going to be their specific brand and specific version. That's going to be the A01. A02 would be the Nellcor Oxymax SpO2 version. So Nellcor Oxymax is a separate manufacturer. They make their own technology for the attainment and gathering and crunching and calculating of SpO2 data. And that would be the A02 version, oftentimes affiliated and associated with a purple ring that will be around the outside. Then you'll have the A03 version, which is going to be Masimo SpO2 technology. So Masimo will also have a little tiny bit of a different coloration on that blue connector. It'll be a little lighter blue. Then you go into A04, which is going to be Nellcor Oxymax, but their newer version of SpO2. Again, still associated with a purple ring. And then there's even a brand new version, which is another Masimo version, and that's going to be Masimo's Rainbow technology, and that's going to be an A05 version. So those are your A options or A0 options when it comes to the Philips M3001A. This one is going to be your A02 or A04 version. You can't tell by looking at it until you actually look at the options, which in this case are right here on the side. But a lot of times they're listed underneath. But on this particular unit, we're looking at the A02 version of the SpO2. And then also we're looking at an additional set of options which come after your A0 option, which is going to be your C options. And on this one, we have the option of C06. With C06, we get 2 additional measurements right here. We get temperature and we get pressure. When you do have that C06 option on an M3001A module, you cannot run them both concurrently. You have to either run temperature or you have to run pressure. Here we have the Philips M3001A. This one's going to be option A03, C06. So what we're going to have on this one is your ECG, your Masimo SpO2, your NIBP, and then because it's C06, we're going to have the temperature and the pressure ports as well. So here I'm holding the Philips M3001A again. The options on this unit are option A01, C12. So with the C12 option, we do get the additional simulated 12-lead ECG. This is going to be a software enhancement within the module. So if the clinician, nurse, needs more complex ECG visuals on that patient, they can then get a simulated 12-lead ECG with that C12 option. We do not on this one actually have the C06 option. That C06 option is going to be your temperature pressure option over here on the side, which we see is blank. So this one's just A01, C12. This module has an additional C option, as you can see by the additional parameters over here on the side of pressure and temperature. This one also is not just a CO6, it actually jumps up to a C18. C18 means that we have CO6 plus we have the option of C12, and you get that C18, and that's the M3001A.